Hi, I'm Tom Stone. Looks like you found the right place. Thanks for watching the commercial, and we're going to cover 3 areas today. We're going to cover what's your question and how do we formulate them. We're going to talk about how money is truly emotional, how it isn't just black and white. It isn't just about numbers. It's about emotion, and we're also going to talk about the numbers because it really does come down to the numbers when it's all said and done. So those are the 3 things we're going to talk about, and at the end of this, we're going to give you something that's going to be worth your time to stick around for. There's a process of questions. There's no secret to what I do, but here's what I do. I ask you, what do you want? Why do you want it? How are you going to get there? Who is going to help you get there? When do you want to start? And where will it take you? It's important to realize that this is your plan and not my plan. So we start out with, what do you want? It might be that dream house, the retirement accounts, vacation on the beach, maybe that car you've always wanted. What is it that you want is the first and maybe greatest place to start in this process. And that'll take you to, I think, an introspective question, which is, why would you want those things? Picture yourself a drive through the mountains to think through each one of those steps and really, what is it I want and why do I want it? And then we go to, how am I going to get there? This is where the problems can begin. Sometimes you have so many different places telling you, well, if you this, this, and this, then that. But only if that. But if that, and this, then this. And then you're like, oh my goodness, it's so confusing. Most people come up with, I don't know. I don't know really how to get there. If you can surround yourself with the right people, decisions like this are easier. Answer the question of, who is going to help me get there? Those that you can feel that you trust, that they understand where you're coming from. Not just have all the knowledge, not just the smartest person out there, but the one that has the knowledge and listens to you. Open up, might I even call it the yellow brick road. Now that you've found some direction, some people to help you, when are you going to start and when are you going to cross that bridge? Because it will be a lifestyle change. It will be a decision-making process for you where you can say, wow, this has opened up all sorts of ideas for me. Once you understand and feel that your plan and your pathway is going in the right way, you're going to be interested to see how fast it goes. And it will lead right back to what it is that you really want. There will come a time where you will be able to look at the big picture and realize that it does come full circle. Now, this process is not necessarily a one and done. It's actually something that you should do throughout your life. So once you understand your questions, and you have formulated some of your answers, we need to realize why. If you ever hear when people move or why they move, they generally say, I want this home or I chose this place because it feels right. Everything has something with a feeling, especially a home. Now, with emotion, what I like to talk people through is the balance of it. So on one side, we have the financial. On the other side, we have the emotional. If you had just one side or the other, you're going to be out of balance. You need to understand, yes, we need to fit your budget, but you also need to fit your family. And let me give you a car example. If you say, I'm going to be cheap, I'm going to get the best miles per gallon car, and you're somebody that likes a nice car, and you go get yourself a little one that is no fun to drive, it doesn't feel really good, it's not very comfortable, but it gets really high gas mileage, odds are you're going to be selling that car, because your emotional needs won't be met. Emotion is so key. And again, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done and all the numbers have been hashed out and everything's been gone through, what will happen is people will say, I think this just feels right. And that's what I'm trying to find for you. Once we understand the emotion of the situation, it's time to talk about the numbers. Now, I don't mean to say numbers are last. They are very important. But we have to go through the process of, what are you looking for and why do you want it? And the emotion of the purchase to understand the numbers. That's not a sales tactic. That's not, I'm trying to get you in and trick you. Is that if I truly don't know what you are wanting and why you want it, and the emotional balance that you are at or imbalance, how am I going to do the best numbers and product and explanation? Well, the most important thing that a mortgage loan officer I can do is build trust. That's why I'm doing this video. And when it comes to the numbers, I want you to be able to be comfortable and say, I want to know and understand this. And I explain it to you. I want you to say at the end of the day, I know what loan I got. I know why I got it. I know what other options were, and so I said no thank you to the ones. This is the one I chose. And the motto that I use in my business, and I have for the last, again, probably 20 years, I don't have it in writing, I just say it. I want to have the most boring closings ever. A boring closing is this. When you go finally and sign the papers, you say, yep, that's what Tom told me. Yep, those are the numbers we've already seen before. Yep, that's the amount of the cash check I was supposed to bring. This is one boring closing. And I want you not only to be happy, I want you to be educated, informed, and understand your questions. So we just covered 3 areas. We covered what is your question and what are some possible answers for you. The balancing act between finance and emotion and the actual numbers as you analyze it, what's best for you. I told you at the first of the video that I'm going to have something to give you. Now, that might have been an assumption made that I'm going to give you a free dinner or something. Well, actually I want to give you something that's worth a whole lot more than that. I've created a financial personality test where it will give you a color and a score. And it'll be the first big step for you understanding how you view money and how you feel about money. I invite you, once you've done that and feel comfortable, to ask your question. Go to the site, call us, or make your appointment. I look forward to the time to hear from you.